Welcome to HouseLux Estate, your go-to channel for all things wealth creation and investment. Today we're going to explore an intriguing topic, 10 signs you don't qualify to invest. Now, this might sound a bit harsh, but it's crucial to be brutally honest with ourselves when it comes to finances. After all, our financial future depends on the decisions we make today. Investing is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It's a journey that requires readiness, both financially and emotionally. And sometimes, despite our best intentions, we might not be as ready as we think. That's why understanding these 10 signs is crucial. They can help us take a step back, reassess our situation, and make necessary adjustments before jumping into the world of investment. So, buckle up because we're about to take a deep dive into the signs that may indicate you're not quite ready for investment. Let's get started, shall we? The first sign you're not ready to invest is if you lack financial education. We're not just talking about knowing the difference between stocks and bonds, but understanding how the financial world operates. It's about comprehending the language of finance, being aware of market trends, and understanding how economic events can impact your investments. Think about it like this. Would you jump into the deep end of a pool without knowing how to swim? Probably not, right? The same applies to investing. Without understanding financial concepts, you might as well be diving into shark-infested waters without a life jacket. A lack of financial education can lead to poor investment decisions. You may end up putting your hard-earned money into risky ventures, or worse, falling for investment scams. Without a good grasp of financial basics, you're likely to stumble in the investment world. So, equip yourself with knowledge before stepping into the arena of investing. Sign number 2. You have no clear financial goals. Picture this. You're on a road trip with no destination in mind. Sure, the journey may be exciting, but ultimately it's aimless and you may end up nowhere. This is exactly what investing without clear financial goals looks like. It's like setting sail on an ocean without a compass. You may catch a good wind here and there, but without a clear direction, you're simply drifting. Now let's imagine another scenario. You're on that same road trip, but this time you have a destination. You have a map, a compass, and a clear path to follow. This is what it's like to invest with clear financial goals. You know what you want, you have a plan, and you're committed to reaching your destination. Investing should never be a game of chance. It's a journey. And like any journey, it requires planning and foresight. Without clear financial goals, your investment journey may lack direction. Third sign, you have high levels of debt. The reality is, debt can be a significant roadblock on your journey to successful investing. Imagine trying to run a race while carrying a heavy backpack. That's essentially what you're doing when you attempt to invest while buried under a mountain of debt. The interest that accrues on your debt can often outpace any potential returns you might gain from your investments. This can lead to a vicious cycle where you're essentially throwing good money after bad, exacerbating your financial struggles rather than alleviating them. Moreover, investing inherently involves a certain level of risk. If your investment doesn't pan out as you hoped, you could find yourself even deeper in debt. It's like digging a hole in quicksand. The more you dig, the deeper you sink. So before you dive headfirst into the world of investing, it's crucial to get your debt under control. If you're drowning in debt, it's probably not the best time to start investing. Sign 4. You don't have an emergency fund. Let's delve into this one, shall we? The importance of an emergency fund cannot be overstated. This is your financial safety net, your parachute when the plane starts to falter. It's that stash of cash set aside to cover the financial surprises life throws your way. Unexpected medical bills? Your car decides to break down in the middle of nowhere? Lost your job? These are all situations where an emergency fund can save the day. It provides a buffer that can keep you afloat without having to dip into your investments. Now, imagine you've invested all your money and one of these emergencies pops up. Without an emergency fund, you'd be forced to sell your investments, possibly at a loss. This can seriously derail your financial plans. Investing without an emergency fund is like going on a long journey without a spare tire. An investment without an emergency fund is a gamble you don't want to take. Now let's quickly run through the rest of the signs. Sign 5 is limited income. If your income barely covers your expenses, it might be a red flag. Investing requires disposable income, money you're willing to risk. It's not about being wealthy, but about having a financial buffer. If every cent goes towards bills and necessities, you might not be ready to invest just yet. The 6th sign is no insurance. Whether it's health, life, or property insurance, these safeguards protect you from unforeseen financial hits. If you're uninsured, any unexpected event could leave you in financial ruin, making any investments you have a liability rather than a benefit. Sign 7 is not having a budget. A budget is a roadmap for your finances. It tells you where your money is going and how much you can afford to invest. If you're not budgeting, you're essentially flying blind. This lack of financial control can lead to poor investment decisions and potential losses. The 8th sign is living paycheck to paycheck. If you're constantly waiting for the next paycheck to meet your needs, investing might be a risky move. Investments can fluctuate in value and there's no guarantee of immediate returns. You need to be financially stable and not dependent on the potential profits from your investments to cover your basic needs. Sign 9 is a lack of patience. Investing is a long-term game. It requires patience and the ability to weather the ups and downs of the market. If you're the type who wants quick results or gets easily discouraged when things don't go your way, investing might not be for you. Patience in this context isn't just a virtue, it's a necessity. Finally, the 10th sign is following the crowd. Investment decisions should be based on thorough research and personal financial goals, not on what everyone else is doing. If you're easily swayed by the crowd or the latest investment fad, you might end up making impulsive decisions that could lead to losses. Remember, what works for one investor might not work for another. If you identify with any of these signs, you may want to rethink jumping into investing. To summarize, investing isn't for everyone. It requires a certain level of financial education, clear goals, and a manageable debt level. Not having these in place can lead to financial pitfalls. Moreover, without an emergency fund, you risk losing not just your investment, but also your financial stability. Signs 5 through 10 further illustrate the importance of being financially prepared. Limited income, lack of insurance, absence of a budget, living paycheck to paycheck, impatience, and blindly following the crowd are all red flags that you may not be ready to invest. It's crucial to remember that investing is not a sprint, but a marathon. It needs time, patience, and above all, readiness. So before taking the plunge, ensure you're not exhibiting any of these 10 signs. Remember, it's better to be late in the game than to lose the game. Thank you for tuning in to HouseLux Estate, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial insights.